declare some new tricks.
Huh, okay, I might as well take care of that then before I do too much. So, current plan. I'm not sure, if I'm completely honest. But my thinking is, at this point, most of what well, there is one thing that I do want to take care of, and that is finding the last possible party member. So, I know generally how to do that. I just have to get to the point where I can. So my plan is to probably find a place to rest, which, if need be, I can just go to the Civic Fest Hall. Actually, I'll probably be heading to the Clerk's Ward anyway. Might as well take care of that while I'm at it. So step one. Actually, I might as well grab what I need before running off. So, okay. I know what I need to do to progress the story. Basically, I just need to go to the mortuary, write down my regrets and all that fun stuff, and I should be good. But I want to make sure that I'm prepared, so I'll probably go a couple of things. Firstly, I am told that the Under Sigil is a good place if I want to level up, so depending on what level... I don't know, we'll see. Here we are. Let's see. 1,500? Let's see, how much do I have? Actually, wait, I could have checked. Yeah, I can afford that. Actually, I should probably sell everything else as well. Let's go take care of that then. Okay, so that's step number one. Sell all my crap. So I'll go take care of that, then grab the metallic cube, which I that I'll need to proceed, and then we move on with our lives. Okay, there we are. Now, let's see what this thing looks like. Talk to item. This small metal toy is a replica of a cube-like mechanical creature with huge eyes on one of its faces. The toy has 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 folding wings, and at least 18 points of articulation. Maybe it's a collector's item. The intricacy of this toy is incredible. Its joints are composed of tiny gears, cogs, pull-eyes, and swivel joints, and there are even tiny springs on the legs that help support the feet. There is a little switch on the back that moves the eyes back and forth, and the wings are made of some tissue-like metal that folds up neatly when the wings are flush with the body. Despite the toy's awkwardness, it rests easy on any surface, no matter how uneven. Interesting. And real quick. Hey, you have another one of these. Do I want another point of constitution? Well, I guess I have one now. That was not what I meant to do, but you know what? I thought I was lawful good. Maybe I need to find someone else who's lawful good to use it. Oh, that's a waste of money then. How much do I... Actually, I could just use the autosave. Yeah, I do care enough, I think. It's 1/5 of my gold. I do care. I'm gonna be stingy like that. Especially since I had already found a tier, and it looks like they're not gonna let me get the bonus a second time. Alright. And I probably do have enough. Let's make sure I understand what all of these do. 27 and 18. Yeah, I think that'll be enough.
The sweet smell of sensates and governors.
Now, I believe the next place I need to go is to either... Actually, wait, someone want to attack me? Shadows!
Weapons not doing a damn weapons not doing a damn weapon.
Whoop, okay, I guess someone else continued on.
I'm gone.
But it looks like the shadows are getting a little more menacing. Okay, fun times. I had some questions. Do you know what this little cube-like toy is? The modron. Its appearance identical in every aspect, but size to the object in your hand. Blinks once, twice, then speaks. The object is a portal cube. The user is to position the appendages of the portal cube in such a manner that it will activate. Once activated, the portal cube will transport the user to whatever destination it was tuned to during its creation. Where will this cube take its user? We do not have that information. Over 90% of all portal cubes function in a slightly different manner. We were not present at the construction of the subject's portal cube, nor have we ever been given instructions as to its use. Should the subject desire to utilize the portal cube, they will have to determine its method of operation and destination via experimentation. Alright then. Step 1, rest. Step 2, tinker with that. And hope there aren't any other shadows flitting about. Where was that thing?
I'm gone.
Looks like it's disappeared. At least if I'm looking at the right place.
I'm gone.
Let's just move on before it comes back. Alright, let's take a look. This small metal toy is a replica of a cube-like creature with huge... Okay, that... Manipulate the toy and look for some sort of effect. You bend, twist, and rotate the toy's various points of articulation, noting that the limbs often suddenly revert to their original position. Finally, as you bend its left knee, the toy makes an odd pop and shudders in your hand. Revert to their original position with a soft click. Okay, so left knee. I should probably write this down. Where am I? Ah, heck, that paper disappeared. Okay, we'll use this thing then. Okay. Left knee. Then... left wing. And... right wing. Okay. Great. Left, left, right. This is tedious. Oh! There's a whir, a click, then a blinding white light suddenly explodes in your hands. What? A modron. You see a cube with 2 arms, 2 legs, and 2 small wings sprouting from its sides. On the front of the cube is an animated face. As you approach, the creature focuses its eyes upon you. Greetings. The creature focuses emotionless eyes on you. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome to Rubikon, the dungeon construct. Thank you for choosing Rubikon for your dungeoneering experience. You may access Rubikon through this door. What is Rubikon? The creature stares at you without answering. What is a dungeon construct? The creature blinks at you but gives no indication it has heard your question. Modron 4. I guess we go this way then. Whoa, that was almost a jump scare. You see a mechanical man with a pale green skin. Although it is obviously a construct, it does have an animated face, which is scowling at you. Greetings. The creature growls at you and then pauses, weighing your reaction. Am I supposed to be frightened by that? It looks confused. It makes a feeble, threatening gesture toward you. I asked you if I'm supposed to be frightened by that. It stares at you for a moment while considering your question. Yes. Is a sound indicative of a threat. I have included an appropriate gesture to add weight to the threat. Fear is the anticipated response, which will give me the advantage in the fight that follows. It leaps to the attack. Well, okay.
I'm gone.
Alright, Morty. Give it something to think about. Well, that was easy. And all I get out of it is a rusty dagger. Ah, great, and there's more than one entrance. Wait, what's over in this way? Alright, where am I supposed to go next?
Done.
I guess that way. Modron maze, huh? Die in the name of the evil wizard. The creature brandishes a weapon at you. What evil wizard are you talking about? The creature stops waving its weapon and pauses to think for a moment. The one that doesn't exist until you set the Rubikon dungeon construction to hard difficulty level. Boy, will you be in trouble then. Meanwhile, die in the name of the evil wizard.
What's up?
I'm very confused by all of this. That is something you can use to refer to it as.
It shall be done.
And I'm getting almost nothing out of it. But what do they mean by setting the difficulty to hard? I don't see any way to really manipulate stuff. Alright, we carry on. At least these things are easy to crush. I have a feeling it intended for us to go through before we went off to Cursed. So I'll probably just blaze through this pretty darn quickly. Rusty lens.
Yes, a pleasure.
Okay, that changes things. What's this? This rusty lens looks like someone stepped on it a few times. Its gears are worn, and the lens itself has a deep scratch along its surface, making it useless. Really? Cursed minor artifact. Okay. Ordum's crossbows are not the only gear spirits that have fled from Mechanus. Optics, a somewhat older and more curmudgeonly gear spirit, has been living his last few centuries in an alchemy lab in Sigil. When the alchemist passed away, Optics moved on to various odd jobs, including keg taps, cuckoo clocks, metronomes, corkscrews, and so on, never settling very long in one place. His most recent form, that of a sniper scope, seems to content him for now. Although Optics is an irritating nag to the two younger crossbow gear spirits, he has studied the physiology of creatures throughout the planes. The two youngsters grudgingly admit, with reluctant, strained eyes, that his advice on how to aim for the eye and other vital areas of creatures is quite valuable. Although it runs contrary to his nature, Optics can actually force itself to be charming to other small mechanical devices, just not for too long. While in Nordum's possession, Optics can be convincing to talk to any locks you encounter and try to persuade them to unlock. This ability is the equivalent of a knock spell, but it can only be used a certain number of times before Optics gets fed up and refuses to do it anymore. Another unfortunate aspect of Optics' presence is that once he's comfortable, he doesn't like to come off. A removed curse will be needed to pull him off of Nordum's head if it becomes too irritating. So I guess Nordum is... Okay, I already knew that Nordum is the one whom I'm looking for. But... Okay. More low-threat constructs. What are you doing? I am enacting the script that was attached to my model type by the Rubikon dungeon construct. Now I am going to become hostile and either kill you or die by your hand. Yes, this was definitely meant to be done before I left for Cursed. This is way too easy. And the fact that they're only giving me clot charms. Ah, great. I'm building up a bronze thing On's collection again. That makes me wonder. At the same time, these are low-threat constructs. A magic item? Huh? It's something, but Bator be damned if he can figure out what. It does radiate magic, however. What? Is this just... I am very confused by all of this. I mean...
Done.
What is the purpose of all this?
Done.
Somebody picked that up. Ow, is there a trap in here? Anna, look around. Aha. Get rid of it.
Disarmed it.
Nice. And it looks like we got two passages.
gone.
No, that one seems closed. Here's one that's open.
You know, it wouldn't kill you to say a few words to me, Fiendly. Or hug me. Or kiss me.
We've been over this, Morty. Just get on with your life.
I'm gone.
Or death. I'm not sure which.
Sure, why
Well,
not?
at least there's plenty to do. Although I'm not sure what exactly to make of all this yet. Cube-shaped bolts. Bolt of Acheron. These enchanted bolts have been fashioned from one of the great cubes of Acheron. According to many planar scholars, Acheron is a plane in perpetual war with itself, where huge cubes the size of continents float through the ether and smash against each other. On the surface of these cubes, legions of soldiers wage war on each other, swarming from cube to cube and attacking whoever else they can find. The plane is filled with the ringing of steel and the great thundering impacts of the cubes striking each other. These bolts carry a portion of Acheron's heart within them. When these bolts strike an opponent, they do so with so much force that the impact has the potential to stun an opponent and leave him helpless for a period of time.
Done.
Guess that tells me all I need to know. Oh, there's more than one entrance now. Ah, great. Where did I come in from? I'm gonna assume I need to go this way then. Okay, I'm very confused.
This stinks of oil. Ugh.
You see, okay. I had some questions. State your questions. What is this place? What exactly is that? The modron frowns at you, then glances about the room. We should know. We are modron. We are part of the whole. Information not available. Address your query to the engineer. Where do I find the engineer? The modron glances about. We do not know. Information not available. We are confused. Well, this one's in the center. Let's ask him. Exit unavailable. Project halted. What project? What are you talking about? What exactly is that? Rubikon. Project goal is to determine the dynamics, both social and asocial, surrounding the environment commonly construed as the dungeon, and to attempt to explain the aberrations that tend to occur in such environments. How do you intend to do that? Rubikon is capable of forming a series of rooms linked in such a fashion as to form what is commonly referred to as a dungeon. Each dungeon can have one of 3 difficulty settings: easy, normal, or hard. The dungeon is then populated with monsters, traps, and treasure, according to the difficulty level chosen. After creation, the dungeon can be fully explored. The modron begins to emit a low hum. You said something about aberrations? Queries to be answered. What attracts people to dungeons? Why do people often seek to enter them if they are places of such danger? Why are dungeons there in the first place? What are the dynamics of a workable dungeon? We do not understand. It pauses. I do not. You started to say I instead of we. The modron gives you a concerned look, then glances about the room. You are in error. We are modron. We are the whole. We will not discuss this. I know what I heard. You started to say I, and... The modron frowns at you. You hear a hint of anger in its voice as it answers you. No. We are modron. We are part of the whole. We will not discuss this further. An angry buzzing fills the room, then subsides. Alright, I'd like to try out one of these dungeons you mentioned. There is a significant pause before the modron answers you. Request denied. Project halted due to... accident. What accident? Dungeon construct became unstable. Cause uncertain. Failsafes activated. Caused dungeon to collapse. Cause uncertain. Portal lens malfunction, causing contact with home planet of Mechanus to be severed. Cause uncertain. Reset of dungeon necessary. Then why don't you reset it? Reset can only be initiated by Project Director. Project Director disintegrated. Portal lens has malfunctioned and contact with Mechanus severed. Cannot acquire replacement director from Mechanus. Let me get this straight. You can't reset without a director, but you can't get a director without resetting? The modron looks worried and begins to fidget. Assessment correct. Project halted. Look, I'm an adventurer and I've been through some dungeons in my day. Why not let me be your director? The room is suddenly filled with a buzzing sound that just as suddenly subsides. Assistants welcome. You are now Project Director. Advise on next task. Reset the dungeon. Initializing reset. The room is filled with a low thrumming sound that can be felt rather than heard. Collapsing existing dungeon. The sound rises in power until the floor begins to vibrate. Initializing new dungeon. The sound rises in volume until you think your head is about to explode. Suddenly the room goes quiet. Reset complete. Dungeon construction status, easy. Awaiting further instructions, Director. Let's see what easy looks like. So where do I go to see this new dungeon? I guess I just wander around. Okay, so let's start plotting out where everything is. I assume I can rest here. Alright, let's do that and allow Tacon to identify something. And let's look at this. Hatred's Gift. It is not exactly clear in the annals of known planar history when Hatred's Gift was created, but by the bloody trail it has left across the plains seems to have finally reached you. The axe exists to inspire hatred in one's enemies, and fill its wielder with a berserker rage. When entering combat, the skulls along the shaft come alive, chittering their teeth, and the teeth, remnants of fiendish victims absorbed into the axe blade, extend outward, biting and tearing into the opponent with each strike. Once equipped, Hatred's Gift cannot be dropped unless its curse is removed. Well, I can't use it because I'm not... Well, you know why. I'm a good character.
All right.
You
Okay.
know, it wouldn't kill you to say a few words to me, Fiendling. Or hug me. Or kiss me.
Alright, so I'm starting to write out where everything is. So let's see what we can find in this one. Okay. Maybe I should have picked hard.
How may I help?
Oh well. Bag of coins. Guess that has something to do with... Huh. It's probably something to do with whatever this dungeon is. Okay, so... I'm gonna just start drawing out what I know. And hopefully figure out where to go based on that.
All right.
Okay, so I've got two potential...
I'm here.
So I've got two potential places that I can go. Let's go this way. Okay. Take it down.
Yeah.
Alright. So this one can only go up here. Okay. Am I allowed to go back? Good.
Done.
This is going to be tedious if I really do want to pick everything up. Okay, so this one is able to go these directions. Well, let's just continuously go right until we find something, I suppose. I'll duck back in if anything interesting happens.
I feel like I'm in a cuckoo clock. A cuckoo clock. Good as done.
I'm gone.
Okay, so this room is a dead end. And where I came from... Yeah, this is definitely a maze of sorts. Definitely a maze of sorts. Well, let's keep moving. Oh! I didn't notice things throwing stuff at me.
All right.
Oh, it was probably just a trap.
I'm gone.
A trap that apparently doesn't do too much to us. Yeah, well.
Pleasure.
Note to self, watch for traps. Dakon took way too much damage from all that. And worse yet, this is just another dead end.
Lend me strength.
Well, at least I know. So, based on what I've seen thus far, I should be able to duck back through this way. Should probably just have her constantly detecting traps now, if at all possible. Okay, so I see where we are now. Let's see what's in this room.
Lend me strength.
Ah, more bolts. Useful. Zephyr bolts. These crossbow bolts have heads with grooves cut into the sides. They do no more damage than normal crossbow bolts. What? Crossbow bolts, but they bear a minor enchantment that allows them to correct their path in flight, making them more likely to hit an opponent. I just realized I really haven't seen too much of, well, anything related to... Ah, well. Anything related to crossbows. Don't realize something's missing until it's gone. Okay, so from here... So that's how we access this room over here.
What?
Seems true.
What do you want to know?
There we go.
I'm gone.
A goodie. Yeah, get over yourself, game. Mirror of quality? What's that supposed to entail? What, did the modrons think we're vain or something? I wouldn't blame them. Mirror of imaging. This magical mirror creates duplicates of anyone reflected in its surface. The effect is similar to the wizard spell Magic Mirror. From 1 to 4 images are created. Each image is identical to the user of the mirror and may confuse enemies. There is a chance that an image will be targeted rather than the mirror user. That could be very useful for me. Or for anyone in general. Also, Fall from Grace carried the useless trinkets. Okay, and it doesn't look like any more can be accessed from here. So that's effectively a dead end. So now we continue our process of elimination. So I just need to head this way then. Hello, trap. Goodbye, trap. Okay, looks right. And up this way.
I'm gone.
Okay, get closer to the entrance. Okay, get in the corner then. Anna, traps, now. Gotta be more than just that. Maybe.
Disarmed it.
Go looking for traps elsewhere while Fall from Grace picks up the mess. I guess we're good then. And then the only way forward is up there. Doesn't surprise me too much. And given the shape that everything's been in, it looks like it was just a 4x3... well, rooms with 4x3. Yeah, that seems to be accurate. I suppose if I want to actually beat this thing, I'm going to have to do it on the highest difficulty. A portal lens. This magical device can form a gateway to other locations by temporarily attaching itself to known existing portals. This allows the user access to the portal without traveling to it. Don't I already have a portal? Morador's Ruby. I guess this is something very different then. Let's quick save before I try using it for anything. The portal lens throbs with power. It awaits your choice of destination. Okay, I'm not done exploring, so I guess here's what we'll do. We'll go back to where we were. And hopefully...
What a curious construct this is.
get all this worked out. So, it looks like everything's going to be a 4x3 maze. Not too hard to figure out. At least thus far. Although I definitely will want to keep track of everything, just for posterity's sake. And since that medium was rather easy to figure out, might as well skip... might as well get past... We'll skip the middleman a little bit and go to hard mode. So let's take care of that first. Change it to hard. Collapsing current dungeon. The room fills with a low thrumming sound. Initializing new dungeon. The floor begins to vibrate, and then all is quiet. Dungeon created. Awaiting further instructions, director. Alright, that should do. Now I'm gonna heal everybody and then move on with my life.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's see what lies in this one. Okay, high threat construct. You see a mechanical man with a volcanic red skin along one arm. It watches your approach with a wary eye. It cocks its head to one side and gives you a questioning look. Why do you persist in questioning us? I do not understand. There is always the chance that I might learn something. It looks away for a moment in thought. Returning its gaze to you, it nods its head in agreement. Yes, I suppose that's true. Let me teach you about pain. Wait, do I have nothing equipped right now? Have I been just punching people this whole time? Okay, that was certainly more threatening. That's much more appropriate to what I was expecting. Okay, so this time... we've only got something this direction, and has yet to be explored. Thank you, Fall from Grace. Let us move on. Alright, this time, we'll probably try... Alright then, Morty, we're just gonna abuse your litany of curses for these guys. Oh dear, there are traps.
I'm gone. Done.
Alright, Anna, find the trap.
Right.
There it is.
Might as well.
I
Disarmed
shall
it.
serve.
Nice. Why are there so many of these things? Well, hopefully I'll find a use for them once all this is over. Maybe as trinkets for something I can sell to the pawn shop. Okay, for this one, once again, moving forward 1. I'm moving up 1. Based on how I've set my orientation. Okay, let them come to us.
How may I help?
Ah, shoot, didn't mean to do that. Well, that's no fun. Get out of there. Okay, so things are getting a little more dangerous now. Probably have Dakon use one of our charms. Just so that Grace isn't using all her spells. Although it only seems like she's using the weaker healing spells, which is kind of surprising. So where can we go this time? That was weird. I wonder if that'll show up in the video. Ah, well. So, looks like we've got 2 that we can go for. Since that we've been moving along what I believe is one edge, let's keep moving upward. Alright, rush to meet this one. Let's see how resistant to magic these guys are. Not very, it would seem. I like this.
Done.
Ready.
Another blood charm. Useful. Now for this one. Huh. This one looks like it might be bigger. Huh. Might take me longer to find everything then. Geez, actually dealing a beating to Morty. That's impressive.
Here, I've been wounded.
Alright, use your big healing spell on yourself. Meanwhile, you grab everything else.
What's the word, Chief?
I'm here.
I wonder if there's anything else I'm supposed to find in here. Okay, all 3 of these are open. That's fun. Well, let's keep going with what I said I would. Maybe they aren't going to be as organic as simple as I thought.
Increased my skills.
Wait, did Fall from Grace just level up? I'd very much like that if that were the case.
I'm gone.
Oh, hell.
Encore, encore.
Not what I wanted to happen. I hope it didn't just reset everything. Huh. Maybe not.
All right.
No, it appears to have not. A clue? What's that supposed to mean? This cryptic piece of parchment simply states, you now have a better understanding of what is going on. Okay. But what's that supposed to mean?